What's up, you guys? Today we're going to take a look at the portfolio. I haven't updated on here in a long time, and so I want to be able to give you an update, talk about what I'd like to do with some positions. It is a diverse portfolio, but I think I'm pretty heavy in oil, I'm pretty heavy in REITs, and so I want to get into that more, how I want to try to balance it out a little bit more. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. So we're going to take a look now at the portfolio, and as you can see, we're pre-market on June 29th, and so you can see the accounts at $3,731.25. Well, now it's 17 cents. It changes by the second here, pre-market. But if you go and look at our all-time, we're down 1.95%, and it was up. It battled back. This portfolio, I'm in the green in my other portfolio that I managed a little more. This one, I haven't managed quite as much, although I did do a little bit of selling of a couple positions as they regained some ground here recently. Obviously, in the last 2 weeks, it kind of has gone back down a little bit, and I anticipate a lot of volatility here, especially as companies are going to report their earnings. So it'll be very interesting over the next couple weeks. As you can see, I have $406 in buying power, so if there are any opportunities, I may be interested. But like I said, I want to balance this portfolio out and kind of hit all the sectors. Maybe not all the sectors, but the ones that I think are the most important, and not be too heavy in one area. If you take a look, we're just going to go right down, and I'm going to be pretty quick with it. If you take a look at VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, it is one of my favorites. I did sell out of this position. I had a couple shares of it. And I'm actually glad I did, because it dropped. It was over 160 and it dropped. And so you can see where we're at with VTI. If you take a look at SPHD, the Power Shares S&P 500, I really do like this ETF. A little higher in the expense ratio, but I like it just for a good, nice stock that gives a nice dividend each month. It's a monthly dividend ETF. 9 shares of it. Average cost is $36.76. I'd really like to get that down. If this goes under $30, I'm definitely interested to maybe pick up a couple more shares to add to the portfolio. TPHD, very similar to SPHD, pays a monthly dividend, and once again, we're down a little bit in our position, maybe looking to add a couple shares of that, especially if it would go under 20 again. BRKB. Now, I'm strong. I'm going to stay with this company, but I am down. This is one of my worst positions. As you can see, we're down 15%, and we have our portfolio diversity. We have 26% of our portfolio in this. This is a very diverse stock in itself. It's a conglomerate of stocks and ownership that this company has. It's Warren Buffett's company. And our average cost is $208. So I really would like to get that down. If this goes under 170, I may buy a share or two to just try to help that average cost and get that in a better position. If you look going down, we're now going to get into more of our growth stocks. Apple is a dividend stock as well, but we got this at $257, and we really bought this during the quarantine, during the virus and everything, and look how it's performed in the last 2 months. They're up 37%. So I do love Apple. It's just a great company that I think is going to be strong for the next years to come. And as you can see, makes up portfolio diversity 10% just in this one share. If you look at Disney, we have one share, bought it at $129 all before coronavirus hit, and it battled up to over 120, but it's back down to 108. If this drops under 100, maybe I buy another share just to get my average cost a little bit lower. Uber, this stock has really been hit hard. If you look at the past a month, it's down 13%. It was doing great in the 3 months, and you can look at the year, it's down 37%. But we have 2 shares of it. We are in the green, but it has been on a steady decline in the last month or so. Moving on to Square. Square has been absolutely on fire. As you can see, I'll go with the month. They're up 32%. We have 2 shares of this, and so our portfolio diversity, not bad. But look, we're up 70% on this great stock. One I'm going to continue to hold, and hopefully it keeps making some traction upward. If you take a look at JD.com, I love this company. It is a Chinese company. I'm very leery of Chinese companies, but I do really like this one, and I can have a small position in it, and I feel comfortable with that. Up 81%, pretty fantastic. I still think it's got a lot of room to grow. If you look at AMD, this is one of my positions I've held for one of the longest times, and just look at that. Okay, this shows you the power of investing long term. I wish I had more shares of it, but I'm just going to keep holding on to this. It's up 352%. Imagine if I had a bunch of that. Callaway, we only have 1 share of it. It's been, let me see what it's done last month. It's 5.5% up. It really got hit hard with Corona. When they report earnings, when are they reporting earnings? Do I have that? They report earnings in August. I don't think it's going to be very pretty, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with Callaway. I'm going to keep that 1 share position and maybe look to buy a couple more if it does drop. Moving on to Pfizer. This one has really dropped too. I'm surprised. Maybe interested in buying a couple shares of this, especially if it would go under $30 a share, just to drop my average cost. Moving on to, where were we just at? I lost my position. PFE, okay, Starbucks. Bought a share of this more recently at $74.70. It has gone down a little bit. If this drops under 70, if it would for whatever reason drop under 60, I think it's a great, might be a great time to get a little. They definitely have cut back on some of their stores, but I just don't understand how they're can't be doing too terribly bad with every time I go by their stores, they just are packed. The lines are packed. HDB, this is an Indian banking company. I really like this company. I have 6 shares of it. I'm down a little bit, but earnings, when are earnings? Earnings are July 10th. I think it's going to be good. Obviously, you can see analyst ratings at 93%. RVLV, this is an influencer company, so those people that you might see on Instagram or whatever it might be have these deals with these influencers, and it's I really like this company. I started to kind of look into the background of this company, and I think they've got a lot of potential. And earnings, when are earnings? Earnings are August 6th, so I got a little time for earnings, but it should be interesting to see because people were on their tablets, were on their phones a lot. I think it's going to be a good report. Moving once again to RVLV, I just did that. APLE, not Apple, the technology brand, but this is more of the REIT, the Real Estate Investment Trust. This one has been hit hard. I have a pretty big position. This in another account. It has just gotten absolutely annihilated, but I'm not worried because I have a long-term perspective, and I think by 2021, I think it'll come back. It does have a 71% buy rating, and obviously you don't ever go by just by that on Robinhood because a lot of people, don't have the greatest things to say about Robinhood and its data that it shows. But I do like this company. They did cut their dividend, which is the whole reason that I had it in the first place. But I think it's still got a good business model. I think it'll come back there. If you don't know, they own real estate in the hotel industry. Good, another REIT. They're in commercial buildings. This one, once again, don't always go by this, but does have a nice buy rating. And they're expecting earnings on July 28th. Not really sure how that's going to go, but I do like this company. And if this continues to drop a little bit more, I may be interested as well. Glad just had, how many shares of that? 8 shares of that. It's obviously down. These are the types of companies that get hurt very badly in economic times like we're in right now. So probably not going to be buying any more of that. Wait for that to either rebound, or if it really drops, maybe grab a couple more shares, but I'm not too interested in anything more with that. And just kind of continue along with and finish up with our last couple shares. As you see, MRO, really like this company, but it has just gotten annihilated as oil has decreased. You know, I've been doing a lot of research and I'm seeing people talk about oil coming back. And I think it's just going to take some time. Our average cost is $9.49. I'm not really interested in adding too much more to this position. Obviously, it doesn't make up a huge amount of our portfolio, but I do like this company. Some people might say, well, why not just buy the ETF and get the whole, you know, whole group of oil stocks. I just really liked MRO, and I'm just a little disappointed in how, you know, how oil has all gone, but I think it will rebound, so I'm not too concerned about that position. MPLX, another energy company. This one's gotten hit hard as well. It was up above $20, I believe, not too long ago, and now it's just kind of dropping off again. And I'm just gonna have to wait for that to. I'm not gonna add to that position anymore. I'm just gonna wait till it to recover. Siri, this was a stock that I earned for just someone signing up using my referral link. If you are interested in using my referral link, I will put that down in the description. I would really appreciate it if you are interested in signing up for a Robinhood account. Don't forget to hit the like button as well in this video. That really helps out. Subscribe, tell people. I really would like to get to 1,000 subscribers before the summer is out. So I would love if you could help me do that. That is the portfolio. And I'm going to do another video pretty soon, just kind of talking about, maybe looking at more of the diversity and looking at like a pie chart of what this portfolio actually looks like. I'll create this document, and then you guys can you know, throw your stocks into it just to kind of give yourself a nice perspective of what your diversity is looking like. There are apps out there or brokerages that show you that. This one obviously doesn't do that, Robinhood, but I just like Robinhood because it is easy to use. Yes, there are some little problems with it. At times it gets overworked if the market's, too many people are buying and selling. But I do really like this app, and so I'm not gonna stray away from it for right now. I know a lot of people are, you know, don't really know if they want to go with a different brokerage, but I'm still going to continue to use Robinhood, and I'll promote it, just continue to promote it. So that's all I have for you. I really appreciate it. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. That really helps me out, and I appreciate you watching this. And leave a comment below, or leave a comment on Instagram, TikTok, whatever you need to do. Love to stay in touch, love to talk about anything money related, finance. It's just something that it's a hobby of mine, and it's something I like to do. So until then, next time, remember, it's that simple.